Hello again, everyone. So the first question, I will say that when I was working as a dietitian in my country, I observed different types of trauma with young athletes. Some of them had body shaming because their coaches want them to be more muscular or more thinner. So when I had to interview them privately, they mentioned how they restrict their food for the ones that they want to lose weight, and the other ones most common question were which supplements they can take even though they don't need it. And at the end, most of them, they say that during the training session and the recoveries they always felt tired. So I always try to mention about the body types and explain them the difference between them. That way they can visualize that sometimes even if they lose a lot of weight or they try to increase their body the muscles, they are not going to see like a super huge results, or they can compare between the others athletes. So most of the for the second question, most of the questions during my clinic hours, this is for my SEL hours, I asked that I didn't know, I didn't realize I always ask to the patients if they know which foods they need to take. And I think it sounds kind of not really smart question, but in reality, sometimes they don't have an idea when they have diabetes and which foods they need to restrict. They always say, oh, sugar, and that's it, but they don't know that carbohydrates have sugar. And most of the patients, they try to make their own diets looking on the website. So it's interesting to ask that question, even though I didn't realize that sometimes it can sounds not accurate. So for the MI, I can understand the ways to motivate the patients and help them to accomplish their goals. In case sometimes when the patient feels frustrated, I can bring tools to motivate them. And for example, I can give advice of which different type of exercise they can do during the January as for the losing weight or increase the body mass. And because most of the times they think like, oh, I need to only walk, and you can explain to them that they can do more than walk. I can share different recipes, and even though I can try to with the MI, I can know how I can motivate them. And I know that some patients are different than others, so I will have like a template of how the patient is or what's the attitude of that patient. And for the framework, I'd add the open question to make more casual the interview. As I mentioned before, I think open questions are more easy to make that trust for the patient. And especially right now, my framework is for alcoholism. So I add the Likert scale. For the Likert scale, I will add how much they feel they can take again drugs or the alcohol. In this case, the alcohol. How motivated they are, and that way it will give me a parameter of those. And what else? And I add for my framework the question of, I add another questions about how they feel with the oral supplement. And for the next assessment, I will integrate a next question that it will be how much adherence they have with the diet and with the oral supplements. And I think it's really important to integrate the MI questions, and you can get a better understanding between the patients and feel it more personally, but not really like we are not going to be like a super best friends, but you can establish that connection between them. Thank you.